Hi, this is Brandon Spilley from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the wide stance safety bar box squat. So we've talked about the safety bar box squat in one of our previous videos. All of that is going to remain the same for this particular video. We're just going to talk about the difference between the stance. Why would you choose a wide stance on your safety bar box squat versus a traditional one? When we're programming wide stance, we're usually looking at athletic populations here at Thirst. If you're a power lifter, you might also be squatting with a wider stance to help develop your hips. Or if you happen to be an equipped power lifter, you might be using briefs and a squat suit, and so therefore being wider is going to maximize your leverages in that equipment. But for an athletic population, we're usually going wide to help develop the hip strength for sport. So many sports, the feet are played outside of hip width, whether we're talking about basketball, we're talking about football, we're talking about changing direction, we're talking about pitching and opening up and throwing. All of that has a good big wide base of support, lateral, change of direction work. All that comes into play for your athletes. Can you get stronger without having to squat wide? Probably. Are there benefits to squatting wide? I think so at times. So you will find that some athletes really suck at getting out wide. I would say, hey, let's get wide for a little bit. Let's get stronger in that weak position. And then when we go to come back into the strong position, we'll probably see a benefit and carry over the long haul. So to show this, it's going to be a very quick demo because I think if you want to know how to box squat with the safety bar, we've already got a video on that. You can check that out on our YouTube video or on our website. But what we're going to do is we're going to unrack the barbell. And by wide, I'm going to make sure I define what wide is here in this case. So generally your safety bar box squat, your feet are going to be a little bit wider than shoulder width, toes slightly turned out, and we're going to be feeling our lateral sides of our foot. This would be our standard safety bar box squat. What we're going to do with the wide stance is, I like to take the toes out and the feet out about a couple inches. So notice that I'm out a little bit wider. So that way when I go out, I'm really going to have to push my knees out, and then I'm also going to have to really keep back on my heels and keep sitting back. Notice how wide my hips are, or my feet are, as I go down and have to use my hips. I can feel that tremendously more in my butt when I go to do it versus when I'm here in a regular stance, down, back. So you're going to get your feet out wide, comfortable as your athlete can. You don't want to go week one from here out to here. Okay, we need to just be somewhere in a moderate position where we're just going to take our feet out, back, and that's probably good. You're still going to keep that lateral pressure on the side of your foot and shoe. You're going to be heel heavy. You should be able to grab the floor, pull it apart, hips go back, knees go out. Good strong position on the box. Really push out into those hips. Push your knees out inside those shoes. That way you got your hips involved. Keep all this good and strong. Lead with your head off the box and come up strong. So the safety bar box squat and its wide stance option is amazing for helping develop, like I said, lateral change of direction, hip strength, and for your power lifters, I think it's going to be great for your hip strength as well. Or if you happen to deadlift sumo, this could be one exercise option that you have available to help develop your sumo deadlift and your hip strength. So when it comes to programming this, you're going to have a lot of options just because of how many different uses you could use it for and what kind of population. If it's your strength exercise, 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 6 reps is probably good. Usually what we use it for with our athletic population. When we're talking about our power lifters, it might be a 1 rep max to the max effort method. If we're doing dynamic effort work, obviously doing 2s and triples, and you're probably going to see more sets, anywhere between 8 and 15 sets on your dynamic effort work for the doubles and triples. So I think it just depends on the context. You got a lot of different options, just like with the regular safety bar squat, but it does help develop the hips nicely, force you to be in a good, strong position because of the safety bar. It's going to try to pitch you forward, and the box is going to keep you consistent, and you're obviously going to have that static overcome by dynamic where you're trying to come off the box in that weak position of being in a wide stance. So this is just a great variation. If you've not tried it and you feel like you have weak hips or you're looking for some lower body strength and variety, this is a very good option for you, especially if you have athletic population that needs to get wide in sport and they're not strong in their change of direction or their hips very weak. They can barbell squat. This might be a go-to variation you put in for a couple training blocks. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.